Hello,
Hey,
everyone. Welcome to Tea Time with
welcome to
Tricia
tea time.
and Jeff.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Christmas mug.
Yes, Christmas mug and our
That one's
Christmas
cool
lights.
because it's one of those like thermal, or I don't know what you call those, thermal mugs or heat mugs, right? It's when you put the hot liquid in it, then the lights on the tree light up.
So, what are you drinking today? What's your tea?
Relax from our friends at
Oh.
Herb Haven.
Yes, yes.
I have.
Very lovely.
I'm reaching for it.
There.
Yeah, relax tea.
What's in it?
It's from Herb Haven, and it's got chamomile, lemon balm, and spearmint. And yes, it
Lovely.
is very. I would say I like the word soothing when I drink it. It feels soothing. So yeah, soothing to me is relaxing. So it works. It's
Lovely.
good.
Lovely.
And what do you, yours looks chocolatey.
Yes.
Smells chocolatey.
Surprise, surprise. So the past week, I haven't really felt like eating breakfast that much. I will get back into eating breakfast with food in the new year. That is one of my goals, but I've been making elixirs in the morning. So I've been having cacao powder. So cacao powder comes from cacao nibs. It's different than cocoa powder because it's less processed. So I will often spend the money on cacao powder because I know it's less processed than the cocoa powder. And when we're thinking about our health and wellness journey, I'm always thinking about what's the least amount of processing that can happen, so I can get the most benefits and the most vitamins and nutrients. So even on the back of this, you'll see that there's iron, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. So
which get reduced quite a bit in the refining to the next level.
Yes. So so I have that, and then I've added in my vanilla collagen creamer.
Vital proteins,
collagen creamer. So the ingredients in this is organic coconut milk, collagen, peptides, and some fiber, organic acacia fiber. So it's vanilla flavored, so it makes a nice creamer, and plus I'm getting a hit of protein in that. So that is my concoction. It's like a hot chocolate without the sugar, and it tastes great. And then it gives me
really good.
Yeah, and there's also extra fat in the cocoa powder as well. So you're getting calories. So I'm getting my breakfast from these two things, or some nutrients that I need, fat and protein,
right,
to keep me going in the morning. So that's what I'm drinking today, and have been drinking for a while. It's good. Always my go-to. So yeah. So what else have you been up to?
Well, I haven't done as much work outdoor because it's been a little colder, but it's been warmer the last few days, and we have a shed here across from the house, and in the back corner there's been a leak. So I left this for a long time, not dealing with the leak, but it was nice. So I thought, I'm going to throw the ladder up on the back of the building and just go up and see what's going on up there. But when I got up there, yeah, I could see there was a little puncture wound. I think it must have been a tree branch that maybe had pierced. So that I can fix on the weekend. I can manage that. But Discovery.
Now, before he shows you the Discovery, just a little bit of history.
Yeah.
We live in a farmhouse.
Yeah.
On a farm, and 1940s, I think, is the date of the build of this land. So anyway, go ahead.
Right. So yeah, we have a pellet stove. So with the pellet stove, I dump ash and I dump it out toward behind that building, on the edge of the field there, and I dump the ash out. And I've gone out there, and then I've seen these glass bottles on the ground occasionally, and I'm like, okay, like maybe the people who lived here before just threw some out behind the shed there, like I'm throwing the ash out back there. Maybe they chucked a bottle or two back there. So there's these older bottles. So anyway, I climb the ladder, go up to see this thing, and then the fascia board on the back of the shed is rotting and is leaning off. And then inside I could see in there's 30 of these bottles. So the ones I'm finding on the ground have fallen out of the roof. So anyway, there's various kinds. Now I didn't pull them all out because there's a lot in there, but These ones especially were kind of interesting because they're still corked. So I have no idea what was in that once upon a time with the colors of it. Some of the other ones, they're outside, but they're labeled like they would have, they say oil or different types of oil on them. So I'm wondering if they were for machinery, right? Like oil for different types of machinery.
Because it is a machine shed.
It is.
Well,
yeah,
that's what I call it.
Yeah, and it is. There's all kinds of like I found chains and stuff. Like it's a dirt floor, right? So sometimes the chicken coop is in there. So anyway, you're moving the chicken coop in and around. So you're stirring up the floor. You find like all kinds of stuff, screws and bolts and nuts and chains and all kinds of different things. But I did find one that wasn't very dirty, so I was able to clean it up. So I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use my creativity. I have an idea of finding some small, because the opening isn't terribly big. Like I can't even fit my pinky finger in there. Anyway, I thought if I could find some really fine stone to fill it and color it that way.
Pretty stone.
Yeah. But then I do gather and collect feathers from the property throughout the year whenever I come across them. So I have a little stash of feathers, but I thought maybe it might be neat if I filled it with some stone and then pop some feathers in there to have them sticking up the top, like as a little decorative piece. So anyway, that was a neat little treasure. And the other thing that I'm going to go on again and tell you even more story. In my past, I certainly don't anymore, but I had a certification for scuba diving. So back home, which was Wallsburg, my dad and I, we were certified as scuba divers, and in the St. Clair River there near home, my dad and I would go scuba diving in the river, and you would just get in the river and go with the current and let the current take you down river. But along the bottom of the river there, they had all kinds of, well, not all kinds, but you would, if you found a sweet spot, you might find bottles like this, some corked and some not, and you'd find like, your soda bottles and all kinds of other things. And there's a glass factory back home. So my dad was very good at identifying from the markings on the bottom of the bottles to be able to say, yeah, that's from the local glass factory that was right then and there. So this reminded me of some of those fun adventures of scuba diving with my dad in the river. That's a long time ago now. Probably over 20 years ago. But anyway, similar treasures.
It's interesting because your dad is a treasure hunter. He loves, that's his thing. He really enjoys doing that. But you have a little bit of that in you, maybe, with these little treasures that you found.
Sure. Yeah, I like seeking or finding treasure. I don't know if I'm as motivated to go specifically looking for it, but when I do find it, I appreciate it.
But I would be interested to know if you know of other purposes for these little glass bottles. Please share with us and let us know, because Jeff said he saw oil on one, but maybe they were used for other things. I don't know if they were
like medicine bottles or alcohol bottles.
Yeah. And it's interesting because now everything we have is plastic, right? So, but probably in the 40s, everything would have been glass. And so it's kind of fun to see these little glass bottles, and where maybe we should get back to.
Well, and the other thing I want to note is everything I found is about that size, right? Like it wasn't like soda bottle sizes. They're all smaller bottles. So that was interesting too. Anyway, and then what have you been doing?
I've been making some bread to give out as gifts. Sourdough is really interesting because the fermentation changes with the change in the temperature. And so I feel, because we've had these cold days and hot days, the condition in my kitchen, it keeps changing. So it can get really hot in here, like 24 degrees Celsius.
Especially if the sun's coming in through the windows.
And then it can be dropping down to like 16 degrees Celsius. So this huge fluctuation has made a big fluctuation in my sourdough bread. Does it still taste good? Yes. Is it still made with love? Yes. It doesn't look pretty anymore. So I've been trying to figure out, I still give it away as gifts, but I've been trying to figure out why it's really flat and not popping up. So that is what I'm going to kind of be looking into, maybe trying a few different recipes, doing something different with my starter. Anyway, it's a lot more complicated than I anticipated, but
keeps you on your toes.
Yeah. So that's that's it. And Christmas shopping. Do you have all your Christmas shopping done?
Well, I think I have my Christmas shopping done, but it seems that I'm enlisted to find some Christmas items for some other people in this house, which is fine, right? The kids are at school, so, and yeah, just the way things are, I'm usually the one that's out and about, just to minimize that. So anyway, yeah, there's a few things left. I know we're getting close, closer to the Christmas day, but there are a few small things. But yeah, we're awfully close.
Yeah.
Unless you've got shopping to do.
I was going to take Gabby shopping today. She's got a few things to pick up, but yeah, it's hard because you're organized. We're organized. We're done. But then it's the kids who are not done, and so then you have to do more with that. And
yeah,
then
and you don't want to like, they're interested in shopping and finding the right gift or the fun gift, right? By shopping themselves, and then I don't want to take that experience away from them. I want to let them go out and shop.
But I don't want to do it.
but I also don't want to shop for hours. I'm gonna be in the store forever, wandering around. But so anyway, there's a little bit left. And then the gift wrapping too. Like we've been doing some of that. I'm not the best gift wrapper, but I can do it. But there's more of that to do, but that's fine too.
Yeah.
Then you put on something on the TV or some music in the background and sit down and do it. But maybe you've got all yours done. If you're watching, hopefully you've made some good headway in that.
So speaking of TV and wrapping gifts, we wanted to talk this week about what we've been watching, not so much reading, but what we've been watching. So we got on this program called Ancient Civilization. Jeff and I have just been watching it during our
take a step back, maybe
lunch hour.
That's on a streaming platform called Gaia.
Yes.
Rather than like similar to your Netflix. Gaia would be like your spiritual Netflix, I guess. So yeah, there's this program called Ancient Civilizations.
Yeah. So we've just been going through those episodes and blown away by the technology that existed, or just the like unknown of how these things were done. I mean, you just think about, some of these things and what civilization was like when some of like the pyramids and these ancient cities, and it's so cool. It's pretty fascinating.
But I guess one interesting part on that is a lot of the pyramids, it seems like worldwide, somehow are tied into the stars or the cosmos. Like the three big pyramids there in Egypt are I think if you look at the horizon and you would see the three stars of Orion's belt would line up with the three peaks of the pyramids. And then if you come across to the other side, like in Brazil or Peru or places like that, I think they line up with other stars in the sky, like Sirius and stuff like that. So it's interesting that, they're half a world away from one another, but they're still using the stars at that time to kind of landmark or designate an importance either of the star maybe or the star system, but through these amazing buildings, like who knows how it was actually done. But yeah, there are lots of theories that come up in the program, like how they may have been built or not. And the wheels are turning. It's interesting.
But we were saying like if you didn't have TV to watch, what would you do? You'd probably watch the stars. So
if you didn't have a phone to look at it, or you would you'd look at nature and the stars to see what's out there to find and discover for sure. I'm sure that was a big motivator.
Anyway, that's really interesting. If you're interested in history, that's definitely something that we suggest watching. It's pretty cool. And then what is the other educational thing we are watching right now is the some Marvel movies.
Right, as a family. We're doing the Marvel movies in their chronological order, not necessarily the order that they came out of the movie theaters, but chronological order. So we're not too far in. I'm maybe a third. I don't even know. I'm just guessing. But anyway, that's been fun.
So we watched Iron Man 1. Iron Man 2.
Are you trying to do them in order?
Yeah.
Thor. Starts with Captain America.
Oh, it starts with Captain America. Yeah, we watched Captain America.
And then you watch Captain Marvel.
Oh, Captain Marvel. Then I'm way off.
See, then Iron Man 1 and 2, then the Hulk.
Then the Hulk.
Then Thor.
Thor.
And we're currently on the first Avengers movie.
one. And how many more are there?
The whole cinematic universe there is broken into phases. So that Avengers movie ends phase 1. So then you'll get into phase two coming up after that.
But you know, when we talk about the season that we're in, and this kind of like just hunkering down and moving with the seasons, we're trying to make this also an event for our family, I guess. Like, we're like, tonight is movie night. We kind of put it on the calendar. Movie night is this night. Yeah. We get out the popcorn, we get out hot chocolate, like we make it
pajamas,
yeah, and we make it an event for the family. So that's been really fun and something to look forward to as well, because it's on the calendar. What you know, and we can do that as a family. So that's been fun. I like that part of it, not so much the movies, but I just like, okay, this is what we're doing tonight. Yeah. I don't think we had anything.
No. We'll talk about the new year. So yes. we were wanting to talk about the new year coming in, and we, you know, many of us consider a New Year's resolution or that idea. And you were talking a little bit about that last time with goal setting, and we got into that a bit more so. But with our tea times going into the new year, we thought we'd like to maybe focus on a theme per month with the tea times, and have those evolve around what our essentials to vitality. Now, if you followed along over the years, you're probably aware of the 8 essentials to vitality that we've often talked about in all kinds of different formats and webinars, and inline or online and in person when all of that happened. So we had those 8, but as we're growing and as well through our own education and interests, we were also feel we need to grow those essentials from 8 to more. So we have we've got a floating couple there that are kind of in and out. But anyway, we've got about 12, so 1 per month. But should we name them?
Yeah, let's name them.
You go ahead and name some there then.
So our original
the original
8 essentials for vitality, and this is what our core belief is, and this is kind of what we've built our business from. This is what we've built our family life around. Our own health and wellness journey has been around these vitalities. So first one is breathe fully and calmly, be in nature frequently, maintain a tall, proud posture. Yeah. Move often based on your energy levels. Yeah. Think positively and lovingly. Sleep soundly and restoratively. Drink ample, good quality water. Eat a variety of whole natural foods. So those are our original 8, and then we've added 4 more.
But yeah, we're thinking of expanding, and you've probably been following along, or maybe you've been following along, that I've been talking a lot more about energy medicine. And I feel that energy medicine is something that everyone should have as an essential in their life, and using energy medicine. So energy medicine is going to be added on to our list as well. And then we're also, with the conditions as they are in the past couple of years, we're also noticing a need for community, and what that might mean in supporting one another through community. So we feel there's a massive importance to that. And as well, then expanding on thinking positively and lovingly is intention. And we feel both that goes a long way with setting an intention towards your success in anything, having that whole other level of adding intention. So, and doing it in the best way you possibly can. So we feel it's important to learn about and teach about intention. So that's going to be another. And then the other one is like cleansing the body through detoxification. Well, not just body, but as a holistic approach, like body, mind, spirit. What is sitting in your heart that's creating or dampening your spirit, or what are you eating, consuming that is maybe stuck in your body, and need to detox that out physically,
and what is in your environment as well.
And you're absolutely, there's lots there that so those are, and I mean, these are things we do and we have been doing as living from a holistic approach to life and a lifestyle that way. But we just I don't know why we didn't identify it earlier, but we're identifying it now. So we're going to add those on. And so in January through, then, like I say, we'll focus on one per month through the whole year then. So have a little bit of a theme to follow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
so our
gonna
theme
start with
in January is thinking positively and lovingly. And I think it ties into, you know, a lot of people set goals in January, but the goals, as we mentioned before, and as you just said, they usually come back to you just want to feel good, and making that feel good and be positive and be loving, like it's all connected. So I think it's good to focus on that for January, thinking positive and lovingly.
More success in goal, or the completion of a goal setting, when there's that level of love and positivity through it. Not that we don't, but we're going to look at encouraging you to be open to your worthiness to love yourself, and to love yourself. And when you're in that space and place, those intentions, those goals become much easier to follow through with, rather than beating yourself up before you even start with step one. So yeah, we'll dive into that stuff more as we get going. But in the meantime, just enjoy, get ready for Christmas.
Yeah, and we'll have the same format. You know, we'll do a little chit chat, and then we'll kind of give it in. It's kind of like coaching, I guess, right? And we can have this conversation back and forth about
with tea,
yeah, which is great. So,
or if you like coffee, whatever you're after, or you just want a glass of water. So
anyway, everybody have a very Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Happy holidays. Thanks for tuning in. We wish you the best, and we will see you in the new year.
Yes, we will.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.